The sun blazes over a land of shimmering sand. This is Egypt, a civilization born from the lifeblood of the Nile. Imagine a ribbon of emerald green, cutting through the ochre expanse. The Nile, a lifeline in the desert, its annual floods depositing rich silt, the bedrock of agriculture. This fertile ribbon became the cradle of Egyptian civilization, a land where gods and mortals seemingly walked hand in hand. The Egyptians, masters of engineering and astronomy, harnessed the Nile's power. They built irrigation canals, transforming barren lands into fertile fields. This mastery over nature fueled their rise, allowing them to create a society that would leave us in awe even today. Towering monuments pierce the sky, their silhouettes stark against the setting sun. These are the pyramids, colossal testaments to the ingenuity and ambition of the ancient Egyptians. Step inside these colossal structures and you'll find intricate hieroglyphics, a language of pictures and symbols adorning the walls. They tell stories, record history, and reveal the beliefs of a people who believed in the power of the written word. Prepare to journey back in time, to explore the triumphs and tragedies, the innovations and artistry of this ancient land. From the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt to the reign of Cleopatra, we'll uncover the stories of pharaohs and commoners, priests and artisans who shaped this remarkable civilization. Let us begin our journey into the past and uncover the secrets of this ancient world. Long before the pyramids, the seeds of Egyptian civilization were sown. Nomadic tribes drawn to the life-giving waters of the Nile began to settle along its banks. They planted barley and wheat, domesticated animals, and began to live in settled communities. The Nile, with its predictable floods, provided a stable food supply, allowing these communities to grow and prosper. This transition from nomadic life to settled agriculture was a pivotal moment in Egyptian history. With the advent of agriculture came a surplus of food, freeing some members of society from the demands of daily subsistence. This newfound freedom allowed for specialization, the development of crafts, and the emergence of social hierarchies. As centuries passed, the small farming villages scattered along the Nile began to coalesce into larger, more complex societies. These proto-kingdoms, known as nomes, emerged as distinct political and cultural entities, each with its own local deity and ruler. Despite their differences, these early Egyptians shared a common cultural heritage. Hieroglyphics, a system of pictorial writing, appeared, initially used for religious inscriptions and official records. The dream of uniting the two lands, Upper and Lower Egypt, under a single ruler began to take hold, a dream that would eventually reshape the political landscape of the Nile Valley. The unification of Egypt is shrouded in legend and myth. Around 3100 BCE, Menes is said to have conquered Lower Egypt, uniting the two lands under his rule and establishing the first dynasty of Egypt. This unification marked a turning point in Egyptian history. Menes, the first pharaoh of a unified Egypt, established Memphis as his capital, a strategic location near the apex of the Nile Delta. With the establishment of the first dynasty, the foundations for a powerful and enduring civilization were laid. The unification of Egypt under the pharaohs led to the emergence of a highly stratified society. Below the pharaoh stood the elite class, comprised of nobles, priests, and high-ranking officials. Scribes skilled in the art of writing occupied a vital role in this hierarchical society. The vast majority of Egyptians were farmers, the backbone of the economy. At the bottom of the social hierarchy were slaves, often prisoners of war, or those who had fallen into debt. Their lives were a stark contrast to the luxury enjoyed by the elite, a reminder of the stark inequalities that characterized ancient Egyptian society. The Old Kingdom, a time of unprecedented prosperity, ambition, and architectural audacity. Imagine an army of laborers, tens of thousands strong, toiling under the scorching desert sun. They hauled massive blocks of stone, cut and shaped with astonishing precision, using only rudimentary tools. The pyramids were not merely tombs, but colossal symbols of royal power, expressions of the pharaoh's divinity and his connection to the cosmos. The most famous of these architectural marvels stand on the Giza Plateau, the pyramids of Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure. At the heart of this golden age stood the pharaoh, the absolute ruler of Egypt, considered the living embodiment of the god Horus on earth. His word was law, his power unquestioned. He controlled all aspects of life, from the military to the economy, and his subjects owed him complete obedience and loyalty. Among the most renowned pharaohs of the Old Kingdom was Khufu, the builder of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Another influential pharaoh was Djoser, credited with commissioning the first pyramid, the Step Pyramid of Saqqara. Hieroglyphics, the elegant and enigmatic writing system of ancient Egypt, flourished during the Old Kingdom. More than just a means of communication, hieroglyphs were considered sacred, a gift from the gods. Imagine deciphering these intricate symbols, unlocking the secrets of a civilization long gone. The walls of tombs, often elaborately decorated with scenes from Egyptian mythology and daily life, provide invaluable insights into their beliefs about death, the afterlife, and the journey of the soul. Scribes, highly educated and respected members of society, used them to record taxes, draft laws, and maintain the complex bureaucracy that kept the kingdom running smoothly. The Old Kingdom, despite its outward appearance of stability and prosperity, was not without its challenges. As the power of the pharaohs grew, so too did the influence of the nobility and the priesthood. A series of weak pharaohs, coupled with prolonged droughts and economic decline, led to political instability and social unrest. The Nile, the lifeblood of Egypt, also played a role in the Old Kingdom's decline. By the end of the 6th dynasty, around 2181 BCE, the Old Kingdom had collapsed, giving way to a period of chaos and fragmentation known as the First Intermediate Period. Imagine a kingdom fragmented, its once unified power shattered. This was Egypt after the Old Kingdom's fall, a time of chaos and uncertainty. From the ashes of the First Intermediate Period, a new dynasty arose, determined to restore order and usher in a golden age. The reunification of Egypt under the Middle Kingdom was not a swift conquest but a gradual process of consolidation and diplomacy. From the city of Thebes in Upper Egypt, a new line of pharaohs emerged, their rule marked by a renewed focus on social justice, religious piety, and artistic brilliance. Mentuhotep II, a name that would become synonymous with the Middle Kingdom's resurgence, rose to prominence. Mentuhotep II's reign was a time of ambitious building projects, designed to legitimize his rule and restore Egypt to its former glory. He commissioned temples, palaces, and monuments, each a testament to the renewed strength and stability of the Middle Kingdom. Under Mentuhotep's successors, Egypt's borders expanded, trade flourished, and the arts and literature experienced a golden age. One notable ruler of this dynasty was Senusret III, a pharaoh known for his military prowess and his administrative reforms. His reign is considered a high point of the Middle Kingdom, a testament to his leadership and vision. Imagine a society where literature flourished, with stories told through hieroglyphs and prose. The Middle Kingdom blossomed with works like the Tale of Sinuhe and the Instructions of Amenemope. These stories, filled with adventure and moral dilemmas, continue to captivate readers today. Art depicted human figures with realism, capturing emotions and individual features. Egyptians excelled in craftsmanship, creating beautiful pottery, jewelry, and furniture. These artifacts offer a glimpse into daily lives and artistic sensibilities. The Middle Kingdom saw a rise in literacy and education, contributing to the kingdom's prosperity and stability. Despite the achievements of the Middle Kingdom, cracks began to appear in its seemingly impenetrable facade. A succession of weak rulers, combined with internal strife and the growing power of provincial governors, gradually eroded the central authority of the pharaoh. The seeds of disunity, sown during the First Intermediate Period, began to sprout anew. Adding to these internal pressures, a new threat emerged from the east, the Hyksos, a foreign people from Western Asia, armed with superior weaponry and military tactics. The Hyksos, with their horse-drawn chariots and composite bows, represented a formidable challenge to the Egyptian army, accustomed to fighting on foot with bronze weapons. The Hyksos invasion marked the beginning of the Second Intermediate Period, a time of chaos and foreign rule. The Middle Kingdom, once a beacon of stability and prosperity, crumbled under the weight of internal strife and external pressure. The Hyksos, with their advanced technology and military prowess, conquered much of Lower Egypt, establishing their own dynasty and plunging the land into a period of darkness. However, the spirit of Egypt, though subdued, was far from extinguished. In the south, a new power was rising, a force that would eventually challenge the Hyksos' dominance, reclaim Egypt's lost glory, and usher in a new era of imperial grandeur, the New Kingdom. Imagine a land divided, ruled by foreign invaders. This was Egypt under the Hyksos, their once mighty kingdom cast into shadow. But the spirit of the Egyptians, their resilience forged over millennia, refused to be extinguished. From the southern city of Thebes, a new dynasty emerged, their hearts ablaze with the fire of liberation. Ahmose I, a name that would echo through the halls of history, ascended the throne of Thebes. A brilliant strategist and a fearless warrior, Ahmose rallied his forces, their hearts burning to reclaim their stolen heritage. The War of Liberation was long and arduous, a clash of civilizations, but Ahmose's determination never wavered. The Egyptians, under Ahmose's leadership, adopted the Hyksos' military innovations, mastering the use of horse-drawn chariots and bronze weaponry. This tactical adaptation, combined with their unwavering resolve, turned the tide of war. Finally, after decades of struggle, the Hyksos were vanquished, driven back across the Sinai Peninsula. With the expulsion of the Hyksos, a new era dawned in Egypt, the New Kingdom. This period, spanning over 5 centuries, would witness the zenith of Egyptian power, a time of unprecedented wealth, military might, and cultural brilliance. The New Kingdom pharaohs, emboldened by their victory, embarked on a series of ambitious campaigns, expanding their empire far beyond their traditional borders. Among the most remarkable rulers of the New Kingdom was Hatshepsut, a woman who dared to break the mold of pharaonic tradition. In a society dominated by men, Hatshepsut, as regent for her young stepson Thutmose III, gradually assumed full pharaonic power. She adopted the traditional regalia of a male pharaoh, even wearing a false beard, a symbol of her authority. Hatshepsut's reign was marked by peace and prosperity. She focused on trade, expanding Egypt's commercial reach far into the Red Sea and the land of Punt, present-day Somalia. She commissioned ambitious building projects, including her magnificent mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahri, a testament to her power and legacy. Despite her accomplishments, Hatshepsut's reign was not without controversy. After her death, her stepson, Thutmose III, eager to erase her memory and legitimize his own rule, attempted to obliterate her image from monuments and inscriptions. However, Hatshepsut's legacy, like the magnificent structures she built, has endured, a testament to her audacity and her indelible mark on Egyptian history. Her story is a powerful reminder that even in the ancient world, women could rise to positions of power and leave a lasting impact on their civilizations. Hatshepsut's reign, though challenged and ultimately erased by her successors, stands as a beacon of female leadership in a patriarchal society. Akhenaten, a name that evokes both fascination and controversy, ascended the throne after his father, Amenhotep III. Driven by a radical religious vision, Akhenaten sought to overturn centuries of tradition by establishing a new monotheistic religion centered on the worship of Aten, the sun disk. This religious revolution sent shockwaves through Egyptian society. Akhenaten closed the temples of the old gods, including those dedicated to Amun, the most powerful deity in the Egyptian pantheon. He moved the capital from Thebes to a new city, Akhetaten, present-day Amarna, built specifically to honor the Aten. Akhenaten's religious reforms extended to art and architecture. He abandoned the traditional idealized style of depicting the human form, encouraging a more naturalistic and expressive approach. Statues and reliefs from his reign depict him with elongated limbs, a protruding stomach, and an androgynous appearance, a stark contrast to the idealized depictions of earlier pharaohs. Akhenaten's revolution, however, was short-lived. His radical ideas met with resistance from the powerful priesthood of Amun, who saw their influence waning. After his death, his reforms were quickly reversed, his name erased from official records, and his city abandoned, a testament to the fragility of even the most radical revolutions. Tutankhamun, a name synonymous with ancient Egyptian allure, ascended the throne at a tender age, his reign overshadowed by the tumultuous legacy of his father, Akhenaten. Tutankhamun, guided by powerful advisors, restored the traditional polytheistic religion, returning the capital to Thebes and re-establishing the authority of the priesthood of Amun. Tutankhamun's reign, though brief, marked a return to stability and continuity after the upheaval of Akhenaten's reign. He oversaw the restoration of temples and monuments damaged during the Amarna period, reaffirming the traditional religious practices that had been suppressed under his father. Despite his significance in restoring traditional religion, Tutankhamun's fame rests primarily on the discovery of his tomb in 1922 by Howard Carter. Unlike most pharaonic tombs, which had been plundered over the centuries, Tutankhamun's tomb remained remarkably intact, its treasures offering an unprecedented glimpse into the opulence and artistry of the New Kingdom. The discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb captivated the world, reigniting fascination with ancient Egypt and solidifying the boy king's place in popular imagination. His golden mask, a masterpiece of funerary art, became an iconic symbol of ancient Egyptian civilization, a testament to the enduring allure of this ancient culture. Under a succession of powerful pharaohs, including Seti I and Ramesses II, the new kingdom reached the pinnacle of its power and influence. Ramesses II, often regarded as the greatest of the New Kingdom pharaohs, ruled for over 6 decades. His reign was marked by ambitious building projects, military campaigns, and diplomatic achievements. Ramesses II's reign was not without its challenges. The Battle of Kadesh, fought against the Hittites in present-day Syria, though ultimately a stalemate, highlighted the growing military might of Egypt's northern neighbors. The treaty signed between Ramesses II and the Hittite king, however, marked one of the earliest recorded peace treaties in history. Despite the outward appearance of strength, the seeds of decline were already sown. The cost of maintaining a vast empire, coupled with internal strife and the growing power of the priesthood of Amun, gradually eroded the pharaoh's authority. The new kingdom, once a beacon of power and prosperity, began its slow descent towards its eventual demise. The late period of ancient Egyptian history, marked by political fragmentation, foreign invasions, and eventual conquest by the Persians, Greeks, and Romans, would see the final chapters of this once mighty civilization unfold. The once mighty new kingdom, like a sun setting on the horizon, began its slow descent into twilight. Internal strife, economic turmoil, and the resurgence of powerful priesthoods weakened the pharaoh's grip on power. The empire, stretched thin by centuries of conquest, began to contract, its borders shrinking as provinces slipped away. A succession of weak pharaohs, their authority challenged by ambitious nobles and priests, struggled to maintain order. The once centralized power structure fractured, with regional governors asserting their independence and vying for control. Egypt, once a beacon of unity and strength, descended into a period of fragmentation and decline. Adding to these internal pressures, external threats loomed on the horizon. The Assyrians, a powerful empire from Mesopotamia, sensing Egypt's vulnerability, launched a series of devastating invasions. Their superior military tactics and iron weapons overwhelmed the once mighty Egyptian army, leading to the sacking of Thebes and the subjugation of Egypt under Assyrian rule. Although the Assyrians' grip on Egypt proved tenuous, their invasions marked a turning point. Egypt, once the dominant power in the region, was now vulnerable to foreign conquest. The late period would see a succession of foreign rulers, Persians, Greeks, and finally Romans, each leaving their mark on this ancient land. In 525 BCE, Cambyses II, the Persian king, conquered Egypt, adding its riches to the vast Achaemenid Empire. The Persians, known for their administrative efficiency, ushered in a period of stability. They restored temples and revived trade, recognizing the value of local traditions. However, rebellions flared periodically, fueled by resentment of foreign domination. Alexander the Great's conquest in 332 BCE marked a new chapter. He embraced Egyptian customs, consulting the oracle of Amun. After Alexander's death, Ptolemy I Soter established the Ptolemaic dynasty. Alexandria became a beacon of learning, attracting scholars from across the world. The Ptolemaic dynasty faced internal strife and the rising power of Rome. Cleopatra VII, the last Ptolemaic ruler, sought to preserve her kingdom by allying with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. Her alliance with Antony led to a final confrontation at the Battle of Actium. The defeat marked the end of the Ptolemaic kingdom and Egypt's absorption into the Roman Empire. Under Roman rule, Egypt became a vital province, supplying grain to Rome. Roman emperors respected Egyptian traditions, restoring temples and participating in festivals. Temples like Dendera and Philae stand as testaments to the enduring vitality of Egyptian artistic traditions. The legacy of ancient Egypt continues to inspire and intrigue generations. The sands of time have swallowed empires, buried cities, and silenced once mighty civilizations. Yet, Egypt endures. Not just as crumbling ruins or faded hieroglyphs, but as a testament to human ingenuity and resilience. The echoes of ancient Egypt resonate through the ages, whispering their stories in museums. From the towering pyramids to the intricate hieroglyphs, ancient Egypt captivates our imagination. Their mastery of engineering and artistic brilliance continue to fascinate us. The legacy of ancient Egypt extends far beyond its monumental architecture. Their innovations in mathematics and astronomy laid the groundwork for future civilizations. Their written language and sophisticated government left an indelible mark on history. New discoveries continue to reshape our understanding of this ancient civilization. The story of ancient Egypt is far from over. It continues to unfold, revealing new layers of complexity and wonder. Their legacy is a timeless treasure reminding us of the enduring power of the human spirit.